I will tell you a little bit more about this 454 a little later. I'm actually made a deal and trading this for a 31 Chev Coupe. So yeah, I'll have to follow along. That'll be a whole nother story. Okay, so the pan is off and you can see the metallics in there. Yeah, a little bit gritty and shiny. Okay, 454, 60 over, flat tappet, hydraulic comp cam, a little bit of port work in the heads, Edelbrock Performer 2.0 intake, Edelbrock 750 carb, Performance World distributor. We'll break it in to break the cam and stuff in, and yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, we ran into something kind of strange on this thing. On the rocker arms, it's got brand new comp nuts, the locking nuts, and the motor started popping a little bit through the carb and popping a little bit out the pipe, or wondering what was going on. So we pulled valve covers off, and yeah, we got, oh, there's probably only about 2 rockers on the motor that are actually even tight. Yeah, you can see how loose they are. Well, the nuts are all backing off. And they're brand new comp nuts, so we're not sure why. It didn't take long. First we thought the cam was getting eaten for some reason, but it doesn't look like that's, I hope not the problem. It's not one of the problems, but yeah. I just undid the other side. We're going to put some different rocker arms on. We're going to change the studs out too. I'll be back and show you guys a little bit more. Okay, this is the story of the 454. It's a bit of a sad story to me anyway. Here's what happened with this motor. I had this motor and it's in parts going together. Me and another fella made a deal and he needed a motor and I thought a car he had was kind of cool. A 31 Chev 5-window coupe, kind of all original, needs restoration, but think we still runs, I think. And been off the road probably, I don't know, 50 years, 60 years, I'm not sure. But anyway, we made a deal on this motor and trade for this car quite some time ago. Right around the time I was getting the Chevelle. So actually before I got the Chevelle, I made this deal. I got the Chevelle, I pulled that motor apart and found out it was hurt. So then I was kind of really wishing I wouldn't have made this deal because I could just literally put this motor together and put it in the car and have it for the summer. So I figured that would be great. So it would save me a bunch of time, so on, and then I could do the 427 after in my own time and do all the little tricks and stuff I was showing you guys that I'd like to do. So anyway, then I thought, well, okay, I'll get the Chev Coupe. I can't keep them both. I need to sell it now so I can fund the Chevelle. So I'll get this done for them, get the Chev Coupe, get it up for sale, and then I can use that money to kind of keep moving forward on the Chevelle and try and get the Chevelle done. So we got done the dyno. It was actually running very good. Oil pressure right now. Did everything we're normally supposed to do. Flat tappet cam to break it in. And that was the whole reason of actually dynoing this motor. It wasn't really to get the numbers, it was to break it in before it went to him to make sure there wasn't a problem. We've had a lot of problems with flat tappet cams in the last 5 or 6 years. Mainly, I think just about every time it's been quality of parts. But didn't foresee a problem. You know, we're using name brand parts. We did all the lubing. We put all the cam lube on that needed. We had the RPM up where it needed. We monitored it real good. It started right now. Didn't crank over for 20 minutes. Had oil pressure immediately. We primed it on a stand, actually. Had oil coming out of all the push rods. Funny thing, though, 2 of the lifters in there originally, brand new lifters, would not pump up. So we replaced those 2 lifters. Didn't know why, but they wouldn't pump up no matter what. So we replaced those 2 lifters, continued on. Got it on the dyno here, it was running really good. 5-6 minutes out, we started hearing a little popping through the exhaust pipe, a little popping through the carb. And it's just like, you know, didn't know. We had a little bit of old fuel maybe in the dyno cell. Maybe figured something along that. We use used spark plug wires on here quite often in case they get burnt and stuff. Checked all them, just make sure they're all down properly. It was strange. It was building heat in all the cylinders, so it wasn't like it had a dead cylinder. So yeah, anyway, it starts popping. Then we took the valve covers off, checked the rockers. It seemed like the locking nuts were backing off, which were brand new locking nuts. So this concerned us. We put locking nuts on it, the ones with the Allen key, locked them all down, tried it again. My biggest fear was the cam was going. So we tried it again, and sure enough, there's loose rockers again. So long story short, right now, yeah, I'll show you guys more of this. I'm going to show you some stuff in the video. We'll pop back and forth, show you a little bit of runtime. Then I'll show you kind of what happened to this stuff. So yeah, watch some of the video. Check out the motor running. Shows you how to understand, explains it to you. But I just wanted to explain how it is. It's a setback now, major. Because that car was going to fund the Chevelle. So now that's kind of thrown me for a twist. I don't know what the doorbell's barking at. I'll be back. Okay, we're back. I don't know if I can hold a couple things at once or not. But you will get the gist of what happened to these lifters. Okay, so here's the cam. Hopefully you can see it in here. Here's the lobes that got chewed off, which was one of many down the line here. Here's the lifters. You can see how bad that lifter looks. I don't know how well you can see me here, people, so, but I'll try and zoom this in. But yeah, so totally chewed right up. The cam is chewed right up. Not good. So anyway, what I've got to do now is flush out the motor, clean out the pan. Oh yeah, lots of filings in there. Clean out the pan, pull the pump off, clean it out, go through it. I've got another cam and lifters coming, and I'll just flush everything out and have a good look at it with light, make sure I can flush it out into a drain pan down here, let it run through, and clean out the oil pump, put everything back together. So I personally don't think it was the camshaft as much as I think it was lifters. I know there's been a lot of hassle on there. If you look it up, there's lots of guys that have had flat tappet lifter problems. Name brand companies A bunch of them all buy their lifters, I think, from the same place, and a bunch of them are all out of country lifters, we'll say. And I don't think the quality's there. The hardness isn't there. Your lifter is supposed to have uh, some dished angle here so that they actually spin in there with the cam. I don't think they're, from what I'm seeing, they're not angled properly. They're angled more like an egg rather than consistently. And these are all name brand stuff, ones I'm seeing problems with. Um, but from what I understand, it's probably a quality control thing. They get them sent to them. They're not checking them over good enough. And this is what happens. So I will no longer use these lifters at all, ever. And I might even bring up the number for you guys and show you the brand name and stuff. I don't like bashing stuff, but I mean, if it saves you this problem, yeah, it probably needs to be done. So the lifters we're going with now, after a bunch of research in that, there's High Lift Johnson. They're made out of the U.S. They're 70 years in business. The research I've shown looks like very good success. So we're heading that way. That's what we've ordered for it. Flat tappet, High Lift Johnson, hydraulic. We did end up getting the same cam, same manufacturer. So we did get another comp cam to put in this. So we're hoping that that doesn't bite us. I don't think it will. I don't think it's cam's the issue, but I don't know that. I'm blaming it on lifters from what I'm seeing on other guys having problems here and problems we've had in the last 5-6 years. So I will never use him again. I'm done with it. When I phoned the warehouse, I gave them this part number that they just sold me a few weeks back, and were kind of shocked they sold me this number. Didn't even know they had it in the shelf anymore. Said they've had far too many problems with it, and they weren't even selling that one anymore because there's a new one out. So luck of the draw. So yeah, this has become kind of like a bit of a nightmare rather than originally I was wishing I wouldn't have sold it to begin with. And actually, once I got over that and was following through, then this had to happen. So yeah, more drama. But I wanted to share it with you guys. I will put a tidbit of the dyno in there and show you guys some stuff along the way, so I hope you follow it. We're an associate sponsor with Amazon and that, so some of the tools and stuff we use and WD-40s and that, I will put in videos. I'll put links down there. You guys go through the link and purchase them. We get a bit of a commission or kickback, so it helps that channel out, helps us out. So we appreciate it. And we appreciate everybody who's following along and watching and hoping you're getting some entertainment out of it and hoping that maybe you're getting some education out of it along the way too. And maybe we can save you a problem, whether it's a material problem or something dumb that I do. But yeah, we'll go from there. And I'll show you guys some more stuff as we go. I got other things I got to get to on the 427 motor now to try and get it done. And it's a big juggling act to do funding, work, video, and that kind of stuff. So thanks for watching. Okay, I'm back for a minute. So yeah, I was going to show you the part number of the lifter we used. I've read where other guys have had problems with it. I also see some information from a guy that I really respect that's been in the cam grinding and cam business for, I think, just about his whole life. And he's older now. Talking about them also. There is a quality issue with them. They're still being sold. I still see them on sites online and so on. So it's not like they're not being sold anymore. They have a better version now, what's got a kind of a diamond coating on it From what I understand, it's the exact same lifter with a diamond coating on it. Apparently they're having better luck with it, but that's really not good enough for me. I am going to go with the ones that are the only lifter I know that is US made, and that's at High Lift Johnson. And so we're going to start using that one. This one I would use with caution. This is an 8, 12, 16. It is made by Comp. This isn't the only set we've had problems with. We're just finally pinpointing maybe what the problem is and what we're pointing it at in our situation. Your situation may be different. Not here to rant and bash. So, but I want to put it out there for you guys. If you're building a motor, you might want to double check. I know what we're doing now, and it's going to be US steel, US made. That's what we're going with. I'm not going with any that are sourced out to other countries and there's a quality control issue. So many companies now are, it's all about the money, not about the quality. So when it comes to us, it's hard for a small place like us to warranty big companies' parts. We got to have parts that work. And I'm sure when you're building your project, you don't want to end up with a mess like this or be dynoing it at your favorite shop and this is what happens to you. It costs too much money. So if this helps you guys at all, great. I hope it does. And thanks for watching.